Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to That's That Podcast on YouTube. Now, I'm of the generation where I was born in the mid-ish 70s. So, I kind of saw Scooby Doo my entire damn life. I mean, except for that time period between, what was it, after Pup Named Scooby Doo ended and What's New Scooby Doo started. That's the only time period that really, as far as I know, was not some kind of Scooby Doo show on the air or, fucking new episodes coming out, or like some directed DVD animated film coming out, all that shit. But as a kid, I was catching, new Scooby Doo movies and Scooby Doo Where Are You, and what was the other one? It was Scooby and Scrappy Doo, whatever the one is, where it's like Scrappy, Shaggy, Scooby, and Daphne, and then Fred and Velma show up every once in a while. Caught that, But then in the 80s, it was 84, 85, I'm not exactly sure. And I was getting a little bit older. I was about at the age where I'm like, man, fuck getting up early on Saturday to watch cartoons. I'm going to sleep in. Because I'd stayed up almost a Friday night. They came up with a new Scooby-Doo cartoon. 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, and I love this shit because not only did it have Vincent Price voicing Vincent Van Gogh, great idea, but this time the ghosts and monsters were real. They ended up in the Himalayas. Shaggy has put the plane down. It's Shaggy, Daphne, Scrappy, and Scooby. They made up this little pint-sized con man kid named Flim Flam. They end up at Vincent Van Gogh's castle, from what I remember. The chest of demons gets opened up, and the 13 worst demons and ghosts of all history escape back out in the world, and they're tasked with catching all of them. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is, continuing, this is something that you didn't get in Scooby-Doo, continuing story. This is the first Scooby-Doo that actually had, like, a continuing storyline through the season. This is the first one I know of where all the monsters and ghosts and demons were real. And this is also the shortest lived Scooby-Doo cartoon. There's 13 episodes. It did one season. Matter of fact, it aired from like September when the cartoon season started until like early December, if I'm remembering right. And then it was gone. And I was kind of pissed, but they replaced it with Scooby-Doo's Funhouse, which was just repeats of old stuff. And then one that I had seen at first aired, but not often, Scooby-Doo Laugh Olympics, which I fell in love with. Well, I just assumed I didn't get to see every episode of the original 13 Ghosts Scooby-Doo original when it was aired. I was like, okay, 13 episodes, there's 13 ghosts, they caught all the ghosts, that's why they ended it. That's what I thought. It wasn't, well, I found out later on it was just because the ratings weren't real good. What I didn't know is they only caught 12 ghosts. And I didn't learn this until years later. It was 97, 98, 99, somewhere around there. I moved to an area where they had Cartoon Network. So I was watching Cartoon Network, watching it, and they were showing 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. So I watched, and they did like, remember they used to do Super Chunk on the weekends of Cartoon Network? They take a cartoon to show like 5 hours of that cartoon. Well, they did that with 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, and I want to say I had to work that day, so I recorded it. I know I had it on tape, but I might have been home and just recorded. I started watching, I was like, oh, fuck, they didn't catch all 13 ghosts. That'd be cool to wrap this up. But by this time, Vince Price is gone, all that shit. Didn't think nothing about it. Let's skip ahead till, I want to say it was late 2018. I hear that they're doing a new Scooby-Doo direct-to-video animated movie. Okay, some of them are good, some of them are shit. And this one's going to be a wrap-up for 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I'm like, oh, shit. It's called Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost. As you can see, it said has the cartoon and then the movie. Cool. Well, it came out, and of course, like these always are, they come up there $15, $20. I don't want to pay that much. I'm a cheap ass. I'm like, I can wait. Actually, my whole thing was, I don't know if it's going to be any good. It'll end up on Cartoon Network. I'll catch it on there. Well, little did I know that this would be around the time where I abandoned satellite in my room. I was not watching it. I like having a TV right by my bed. I could reach the player easy on that. And when I had 2 TVs in the room, one of them died, so I was like, oh, fuck. Had one hooked up to satellite, one hooked up by my bed with my Blu-ray and all that. I was like, I just watch Blu-rays and shit. We'll skip ahead to, as of recording, about a week ago. We're in April. I was in town. As I mentioned before, the only place we really have to shop for groceries, we have Walmart and we have Sullivan's. Well, I needed more than just grocery, I'll go to Walmart. And always, the first thing I do, I get my buggy. I head straight back to electronics, look at the new DVDs. And I saw this set, I'm like, oh, Saga, 13th Ghost. Oh, shit, it's all 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo plus the movie. Oh, sure. It's 2 discs. Matter of fact, I just put the second disc back in here. I don't know what the price is, but if it's under $10, I'll grab it. Well, of course, it's on the shelf. It's not where it's supposed to be. It's the only copy they got, and they never put the prices on the shelf. So I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I don't have to get all the way ready for you to price check this because I didn't even know if I was gonna go through a regular register. So I wandered around the store. I know where one of the price check machines are in the store. It's broke. Found another one. I actually asked the employee, I said, okay, that one ain't working. Where's it? They told me where it was. When we checked it, it was like $8, $7, $8. I'm like, all right, I'll buy this. So I get it home. And I was like, you know what? I was actually uploading some videos to this channel. And I was like, well, you know what I'm doing that. I can stream stuff, but the picture quality goes, I'll just throw a DVD. So I'll throw in Scooby Doo and the Curse of 13 Ghosts, thinking, okay, this video is going to take 20 minutes to upload. I'll watch 20 minutes and I'll watch the rest of it later. I got engrossed and watched the whole thing. This is set. It starts off, back in the past, you see Vincent Van Gogh and Mortifer, his assistant, capturing all the 13 ghosts and demons, prison them in the chest. Skips ahead, you got the gang, they're in a mall, and they're solving a mystery. And they get informed by the local police that, y'all are all almost 18 now. If you don't stop this shit, I'm going to get you for, oh God, what was it? Criminal negligence or some shit? Because they're not licensed PIs. So they decide they're going to sell everything. They're going to break up the Scooby Gang. They're not going to solve mysteries anymore. So the next thing they're at, I want to say it's Daphne's house, but I'm not sure. They're selling the mystery machine. They're selling off all the stuff. And somebody opens up a box and there's a crystal ball, and they start getting a message from Vincent Van Gogh. Well, Fred and Velma have no idea what this is. And Daphne goes on to explain how the summer when Fred and Velma were both at camp, they met Vincent Van Gogh. And she tells the story that they don't talk about because the ghosts are real and that scares Scooby. Well, here's one thing I'm kind of curious about. In the original series, Shaggy flies. I want to say you have to be 18 to have your pilot's license. And Vincent's telling them they need to capture the last ghost. They got to get the chest of demons. Well, Shaggy reveals that months prior he'd shipped the chest of demons back to the Himalayas to Vincent. So they go to find it. They end up over there. They end up with Vincent. They end up in Himalayas. Asmodeus is the one demon that they got to capture. Bunch of shit happens. Of course, Velma's doubting this because she don't believe magic's real. You end up, they run into Flim Flam again. He's grown. And there's a great joke where he's like, oh, because he ends up with, they split up. It's like Daphne, Scooby, Shaggy, and Vincent Van Gogh. And then Flim Flam is with Fred and Velma. And the other group does not know Flim Flam's around. When he finally meets up with Daphne, and he's like, oh my God, where's Scrappy? And Velma and Fred both go, who's Scrappy? Funny joke, but here's the thing. I know there's episodes with Scrappy where Fred and Velma are there. But a well-done thing, and at the end, they capture the 13th ghost. You find out that Asmodeus, that's been going after him all the time, is Mortifer in a costume, so it leaves up to you, your mind to decide, okay, are they real ghosts? Is Velma right? There ain't shit. Well done. I love the fuck out of this. And like I've said, this is out of the Scooby-Doos that came out before I was grown. This is my favorite. It worked. I like the plot line. You know, yes, Flim Flam's annoying as fuck. He's not as bad as Scrappy. I see people calling him more Scrappy. No, Scrappy's way more annoying. But what the hell? I'm finding this that cheap. I was so happy. It's 2 discs. Disc 1, you get the first 8 episodes of the cartoon. Disc 2, you get 9 through 13, you get the movie. No extras, but you don't expect them. I don't remember. Oh. The movie was widescreen? I'm gotten so used to everything just being widescreen now, I don't even think the look, you know. But I enjoyed the fuck out of this. And, you know, Scooby catches shit. I know people bitch because, you know, Hammer goes back to the well, back to the well, back to the well with it, but that's because Scooby still sells. Think how many generations. Okay, it started in '69. It started before I was born. You know, you got Generation X grew up on it. Generation Y grew up on it. And whatever the fuck you call the generation after Y, you know, it's been around for. This is one of those cartoons like my cousin's 2 boys who are 18 and like 12, 13 now, 19 and something like that. They grew up on it. But they saw What's New Scooby Doo, and then Scooby Doo Get a Clue, and Mystery Incorporated, and I've showed them the old stuff, and they loved it. It crosses generations, and there's been, I don't know how many people know this, there's been 4 live action Scooby Doo movies. You got the 2 that hit theaters with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. and Linda Cardellini and Matthew Lillard. Matthew Lillard voices Shaggy now, which is great. The first one, it was okay at the best. The best part of me is when they revealed Scrappy was the villain. Like, yeah, that makes sense. The second one, I couldn't make it through it. The weird thing is that there's 2 more, they're prequels. And I don't think they're in the same continuity as the first 2 films. The 2 prequels are really fucking good. They have nobody in them you ever heard of. Well, I take that back. The girl that plays Velma, I've looked her up, I can't think of her name. She's like a semi-well-known singer, musician now. But really, really well done. Go check those out. And for Scooby, let's see, my favorites. As a kid, of course, the original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Great classic. I love the new Scooby-Doo movies, which I think all but the Addams Family episodes are out now on DVD. And you can find that Addams Family episode. You look around, because those aired for years and years on Cartoon Network. My favorite of those is the Jerry Reed episode, which I actually asked him about when I met him. Asked him why he didn't play Pretty Mary Sunshine. He was like, "You first discovered me on Scooby-Doo." It's like, actually, no, I saw Smokey and the Bandit before that, but yes, I found out you were a singer based on Scooby-Doo, because I get asked that, but it's only for people around your age. They saw me on Scooby-Doo. Then, Scooby-Doo Laugh Olympics. Then this was so good. Now, get this. What's New Scooby-Doo? Great show. I have not seen enough of Mystery Incorporated to have a good, solid opinion on it, but it looks cool. I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.